it's movie week. That's really fun. It's been a while. The last movie I saw in theaters was Guardians Volume 3, which I don't think I shared my thoughts on. I absolutely loved it. I've been listening to Guardians music ever since, all day long, 24/7. Here we are. So today I'm going to see Spiderverse. As you can see, I'm frazzled, I'm crazy because I'm editing today's video. Yay. And I missed editing. I'm trying to do like kind of, say like editing style just to like get to the point, which I'm not doing right now. And anyway, I'm going to see Spiderverse today. I do have my Stark Industries shirt on, but it is chilly, so you'll see that later. So I thought I'd share my thoughts on Spider-Verse. The first one, love Spider-Man. He's one of my top 5 Marvel characters, but I'm an artsy person. I appreciate the making of art and movies and whatnot, that I was so distracted by the quality of the content that I got lost in the plot. Now, that is both a good and bad thing. Spider-Verse is known for its, beauty. I'm very excited to see it. I've heard great things. I've heard the cliffhanger's bad, so that's not good. But the third movie comes out next March, so not too long of a wait. I usually see Disney, Marvel, Star Wars movies opening night, but it actually came out the day that I was moving out of college for the summer, so couldn't really make that work. So I am a little bit late to the game. I do kind of have spoilers, but I also kind of forget the plot of the first one. So I'm gonna watch some recap videos of the first one before I go to this one. I can't say I'm like super big fan of the Spider-Verse. I'm an MCU person. Don't know the comics. Say that. I don't know the comics whatsoever. So anything I experienced through the MCU is like first time experience for me, and I'm just like, wow. So I don't know the comic book stuff. I do, however, appreciate Spider-Verse and its music and its detail and its beauty and its art style and all that great stuff. I love it. I love it. It's great. I just have a hard time because I'm so like in awe of the design that the plot just went out the window for me. So I'm curious for the second one if I'm gonna be able to like hold the plot or not. Now knowing it, like it was kind of hard to watch the first one because I was distracted by the design, but that's just how my brain works. So that usually doesn't happen for movies, but this one is kind of overwhelming, like the art style and stuff. So that's kind of where it just took me. The day after tomorrow, I'm going to see Elemental, which is Disney Pixar's new movie, and I do have to express I'm kind of nervous about it. It's giving Inside Out vibes, and I'm trying to stop thinking that, and I don't know if I can do it. So I'm curious. I'm excited because the like pre-short that Pixar does before their movies is about Carl. So that'll be fun and exciting. Like I said, I am kind of nervous for Elemental. Not that I think it'll be bad, because like Pixar, they do good. They do great stuff. But I don't know. It's conflicting with Inside Out in my mind for some reason. So I'm curious to see where they take it. I'm very, very curious. But for now, I do need to finish this because it's almost 11 o'clock. So, the week has gone by a little bit. I've seen Spider-Verse and Elemental since I last spoke to you. So, my thoughts, no spoilers for Spider-Verse. Honestly, not that there's really anything I could say to spoil the movie, because this movie's just furthering the plot of the first movie, which you would have needed to have seen, and this movie is really only just setting up the third movie. So there's really nothing I could say to spoil it. And I like Spider-Verse. I like the idea of it. The art style of it is insane. The music is incredible. Characters are super interesting. Love all the Spider-Men, women, people, like, just cool concept. Although I just can't get into like these animated Marvel shows, movies. It's just not really my thing. I cannot watch Spider-Verse and also understand the plot. Some of the stuff just goes over my head because to me the animation style is distracting because I'm looking at it from like an art perspective, that I'm like, oh, that's how they did that, or oh, that's an interesting technique style for this thing and that thing. And then I'm like not paying attention to the plot. So it's really hard for me to watch the Spider-Verse shows and movies because I'm just distracted by the art style, which I know is the whole point and is what makes Spiderverse so good, but I know I missed key plot points because I was distracted by the art. So that's both a good and bad, just kind of on me issue, but really intriguing concepts, and I look forward to see where they take that. But in terms of Elemental, however, I just got back from seeing that. Wow. Actually, wow. It did give off Inside Out energy slightly, but I was so immersed in the atmosphere and just interested in the characters that it didn't feel forced at all, which I feel like is what a lot of movies and shows have been doing for me recently. Like, stuff just feels forced, and it's really like hard, especially I believe like for animation or really just any movie, to introduce you to a new world without making it like forced of like, oh, here's this, here's that, this is how this works, like, because then it's just too much explanation, and then it just gets boring. That this, I feel like, did it really well, that you got to explore with the characters and understand how this world works just throughout the whole movie, and it wasn't just like shoved in your face within the first like minute where you're like, this is just too much information, I'm confused and lost and this is boring. So I think Elemental really balanced the introduction of this new world and its characters very, very nicely. I think the characters are super fun and cute. Of course, Pixar always hits it home with the messages that I thought were really nice. I wish that the music would have been a little more prominent. It was mainly just instrumental music that they chose to use. I mean, I think it was very well done. I am trying to recall some of the more recent Pixar movies, which I guess would include Lightyear was the most recent one before this. Wow. Turning Red, Luca, Soul, Onward, Toy Story 4, Incredibles 2. I guess like from that range, I would say it was one of the better ones of the set, maybe. I did just watch it, so I'm kind of still processing it. There's kind of a lot to process, but like throughout the whole thing I was just like, whoa. Like the colors were just so vibrant, and that left it very interesting. I'd say this is definitely a movie that I'd be like, I would like to watch it again, just because I feel like I maybe missed a few things. But it's definitely one that I feel like I'd watch again. I wouldn't call it a Pixar classic, though. I feel like it's really hard to say that at this point, because, you know, we were talking on the way home that, like, I, like, grew up with, like, Toy Story, like, OG, like, Bugs Life, like, Cars, like, the first one. And, like, it's hard to top those things. And, like, as I got a little bit older, then it was, like, Up and Wall-E and Ratatouille and stuff. So it's, like, I had those. So it's, like, it's hard to top nostalgia, at least for now. That, you know, I feel like some of these more recent movies, like, are never gonna feel the same way that those ones do for me, just because I grew up with those. But I do have to say, this one just had a nice, like, tone to it that I found it to be very intriguing. So I'd recommend for sure going to see Elemental, but it's been a nice break to have these movies to go and immerse myself in between the mess of this right now. So if you watched the videos last week, thank you. I showed a lot of kind of the room recleaning, adjusting, and I'll just show you a little bit more of that here. Kind of what's been going on the weekend. There are these few days that you missed of me chatting. I'm currently going through old stickers, because some of them were just like, they're just old stickers that aren't Disney, that I'm just like, why are these here? So I'm going through those currently. And then I think I'm going to rearrange my little magnet board and everything back there, because I have lots of magnets from DCP and stuff that I think would be fun to put up. So that's kind of the plan for the rest of the day. Over the years, some of you may have also noticed my trash can. I have been putting washi tape on it from stuff that people send. There's like washi tape often on the packages and stuff. So if it's Disney or something just like cute, I try to save it. And I was like, where do I put it? And one day I looked over and like, this is kind of a boring trash can. So we're collaging it with washi tape currently. So anyone that sent washi tape, you may see it on here. Although some of them have fell off, so unfortunately I had to throw a few pieces away that weren't just not sticking, like they kind of got folded up. So it's a way to still keep stuff and still display washi tape in a way. and also just kind of decorate in a new way as well. How fun. It's weird, I think someone commented this on Instagram too, like, well, there's a lot of pieces to my collection and how it can be super overwhelming. It's not, just by the way that I display and organize and clean it so often, that I really love collage, but I also like structure, and I think that's the best way to describe my collection. Like, all these colors, like this is very like collage-y, but it's separated just by like bold, just like blank white, and just kind of blank spaces in the walls so it looks clean, although spaces look messy. That's like the collage, like artsiness of it. So my room I really transformed to be me. So I spent the rest of the day cleaning up all the magnets and things from behind my desktop, like monitor, just reorganizing them, rearranging them. I have a bunch of new stickers and fun things that it just needed to be freshened up. I need to do a lot of reorganizing and cleaning in my room, as I mentioned over the past few videos, so I spent the rest of the evening doing just that. And after it's all said and done, here's how it turned out. I'm very happy with how it looks. You are all getting like little room tours throughout all of these little vlogs as I slowly make my way around my room and clean stuff up. So down here we got the awesome mixtape. Also have my cast member name tags so I get to look at them every single day. Still my little block calendar there, and then I've also added a bunch of pass holder magnets. There's still some magnets for my DCP that I need to get out of some bins and stuff, but we'll get to those later. I also moved those postcards over here because they fell off the wall from the last video. And then we just have some 50th stuff, some pins, and I love these little Polaroids over here as well. Oh my gosh, that's Taylor texting me right now. We've been planning a lot of Disneyland stuff, so that will be coming up very, very soon here as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. I'm finishing editing another one right now, so please subscribe if you can, share with your friends, and as always, remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you all next time. Bye!